Hi guys, Samuel Larsen here, and this video will be about product badges. So product badges are one of those little things that you see on the catalog collections pages that have bestseller or most popular in them. And basically they help the products stand out a little bit more from the other ones. So that's really the role of these badges, to help these products to stand out, but also to help customers decide, because most people really don't know that much about the products they're buying from, and they cannot really decide for themselves. So you're providing them an easy, fast, quick choice where they don't have to think too much. Now, from your perspective, of course, you want to sell as much as possible, and I understand that. As a business owner, these kind of product passes, they allow you to guide more attention to certain products. And these preferably would be products that you have higher margins on, or alternatively, products that you really want to move. So, for example, if you're selling used cars, you might want to have a hot pics on the side that are exactly the cars that actually you want to move. I know a Finnish retailer that does this, so it's pretty clever and it's super common in e-commerce. So focus those around the products that have higher margins and that you want to sell to begin with. But in order to really understand the benefit of this and look at it not from your perspective, but to actually understand it from the customer's perspective, because we have to be customer driven, and to understand the real benefits of this, we want to kind of like, let's imagine a scenario, right? Because this is something that a lot of people can actually relate to. So you've probably been to a wine store before, and there's these staff picks or this kind of thing, like badges on the physical store, the products. And you might want to go for something like that if you don't know too much about wines. Most people don't, me included, definitely. So it's this kind of thing where there's a lot of products that seem very similar, and it's very difficult to decide. So if somebody can just help you and make that decision for you, essentially, that's way like you can quickly get out of there, and like you don't have to worry whether you made the right decision or not. And it's really the same thing online, because nobody wants to make bad choices, and especially nobody wants to make bad choices if there's a chance that you might get criticized for it, like your spouse yells at you, your colleagues laugh at you. So that's a horrible vision to do, like to experience. So by providing these safe options, something that's like a sure choice, sure thing, we cannot really go wrong with crowd favorites, right? So that's the idea there. There's safety in the crowd. And if it's the most popular badge, the thinking goes, of course, that all these people cannot be wrong. There must be some kind of reason behind this. And in general, if you look at most e-commerce sites, they're very catalog based. So they have the products like listed. It seems like ongoing catalog with some, like, of course, like different collections in them, but they're very similar. And almost all e-commerce sites do this. They just list products. But if you actually think about this, a customer is searching for something related to your niche, or maybe they come from Facebook or whatever, but essentially they don't know much about the products. Most people have no idea what they're buying, and you need to help them. And this is where badges can be really powerful, because product badges can help people decide. And some people always have really difficult time to make a decision. So good batches to help people make decisions could be like staff picks, crowd favorite, exclusive, on sale, most popular, windproof, whatever. You can be a little bit innovative here. Make your own batches that work for your products. Don't just go with the copy-paste approach. But batches help people decide. That's the idea. And also, if you want to know how to compete with the really big boys, Amazon, IKEA, whatever, this is where you can do a better job. So look at Amazon, for example. It is helping you with batches, but let's say you are buying, for example, a scuba diving mask. Okay, so most popular, like whatever, like that's nice, but is that really the batch that you're looking for? Or let's say you're going for a vacation, like what kind of batches would you be looking for there? But you want to assume that people are like differently categorized. So for a scuba diving person, they might be a beginner. Like maybe they're not investing to an exclusive high-end mask, but instead they are looking for a beginner mask or something that can handle 30 meters of pressure. Or maybe a vacation are looking for a great family choice or a party at the beach type of thing. Like, how about those kind of patches? Like, they make really easy explanations that help these different items on products stand out. And we also want to assume that our visitors don't really want to think and don't want to engage into a lot of cognitive load. And also that they're always in a hurry. And if you think of the big retailers that are generalists, Walmart, Amazon, they can be somewhat confusing because they cannot really dive deep into these niches and provide them with very specific product recommendations because that's just the nature of their business. They are selling everything. And also, as a final point, I wanna say that product batches can be really powerful in combating this kind of paradox of choice effect, where presenting users with too many choices actually lowers the likelihood of them making a decision because they're just paralyzed and it's too much work to decide. Even if there's multiple pages of products and you want to use different batches, you can still give clear visual hierarchy to the top choices. So at least like one product would stand out and batches would be somewhat different from each other. And there would be a certain primary goal for this type of person that is you have identified in your customer avatar. So don't force equally weighted visuals at the same time. And yeah, I said that would be the final note, but I have one more tip for you. Batches will work if you use them sparingly. So if every single product in your store is a bestseller or is on sale, that just adds visual noise. And it doesn't make these products stand out. It's just basically you providing a message with like a million exclamation marks. So that doesn't help the message getting across at all. So evaluate which batches make sense and which batches add value to the hesitant buyer. And finally, like, don't be afraid to innovate because every niche is different and every batch can be different. So you might have a lot of badges that speak to a wide different audience, and that's completely fine. You just need to test this, test which works and what actually like gets those clicks. And an easy way to do this is with Google Analytics. You can take a look at your collections pages and see actually like where people are guiding themselves for, and see like, okay, I want to push this product more, and compared to previously, this is the changes. So that's really it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome conversion optimization and e-commerce related video content. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.